Welcome to MIAA Media Day here in 2012, downtown Kansas City. Central Missouri head coach Jim Svoboda joins us. Third season, coming off an 8-4 year, 6-3 MIAA, and you're picked to finish fifth in both polls this year. What are your initial thoughts on that?
Oh, it's about what you'd expect. It's a little bit based on what happened the previous year, and some in terms of returning starters and so forth. So, I'm probably like everybody else. It's a poll. We're not last, we're not first. It's probably good to be somewhere in the middle and find out where you're at.
I look at your roster. New year on offense. You've lost the running back in Cameron Torton. You lost the receiver in Jamar Howard. But, of course, the big one that everyone will circle is your quarterback, Tommy Corwin. 3,700 yards last year, 34 touchdowns. How do you go about kind of ushering a new era at quarterback at Central?
Well, Tommy was a first-year starter last year. So Mike Peterson emerged through the spring as our starter. He's a kid that's been in the program, and I thought he had an outstanding spring. So, we have a pretty good system that I think that most of the quarterbacks have been in it. They get it. Of course, obviously they got to have talent, but Mike is one of those guys that, he had, in terms of his level of experience, he had about as good a spring for an inexperienced guy that I've had since I've been coaching. So I'm excited to see what he can do. He's really a team guy. Players respond to him. He's got a nice, quick release. He processes good on the field. So I think we're in good shape. Of course, he hasn't been in the fire yet, so we'll see. He's going to be in the fire early in the year.
Yeah, just 13 pass attempts last year. He completed 7 of them. What did he show you during spring ball, other than the leadership skills and the quick release, that you said, this is a guy we want to move forward with in 2012?
Well, he made a lot of good decisions. I mean, he's been in the system, and so behind the scenes, as a coach, as a quarterback coach, as an offensive coach, you really focus on the guys that are going to be playing the game. So you're not exactly sure how much those young guys are absorbing. He could be back there doodling all the time and not paying attention, but as it turned out, he was really paying attention and absorbed a lot of it, and so. Just what he knows and his decision-making, I'm excited about.
You're right. He's going to be tested right out of the gate. You mentioned your early schedule. You open up, you're at Missouri Western. Then you host Northwest Missouri
Then it gets
State.
easier with Northwest coming.
So, just not even him, but your entire program. How do you prepare them for what needs to be a fast start?
It's on the schedule. That's who you play. Eventually you got to play them all. Gone are the days where you start off with a couple of cupcakes and sort of tune up for the season. Not in our conference the way it is right now. So the upside is that they're focused, and they're focused, have that sense of urgency and so forth, knowing who you got to play. So it's a challenge. I think they're excited about it. I don't think it's a deal where they're going, oh man, we got these tough teams to start off with. A lot better leadership on our team this year, a lot more focus. Last year we had, and it was totally on me, as I just didn't develop the leadership on our team. They were kind of riding the coattails of the 2010 team that broke all the records and all those kinds of things. And I think it's just natural, if you're somewhat of a part of it, that it's just going to keep going, And I missed on that deal. I should have been probably harder on them in one respect, that, this is your team. Last year was last year. This is your team, and you guys need to be more focused. And so we've all kind of learned from that.
And you came into a unique situation when most of these coaches I've talked to in their first-year guys, they're rebuilding a program. Willie Fritz left it in pretty good shape.
He did, no question.
So when you're in your third year and you look at your blueprint for your statement on how you want to continue to grow this program, where are you and where do you guys still need to go?
Well, last year was going to be a challenge for us, just because the philosophy of the last staff was to have a lot of transfers, and that was just their philosophy. I don't have anything against it, but it's tough for me to do it that way. I'm just not really used to it. Never have so much. Not that we still get some transfers every year, but we're way more high school focused, and so there somewhere along the line there's going to be a transition. I mean, you're gonna go from older guys to having a bunch of young guys play, and that's where we were last year. And so the upside is they got that first catch, first touchdown, first start, first carry, first tackle under their belt now.
I'd like to end with a pretty unique tight end you've got. You don't see a tight end that can go and command numbers that yours did. 60 catches, 810 yards, 9 TDs for David Cannon last year. What does he bring your offense, and how's that going to help a guy like Mike Peterson?
Well, it helps a lot, you know, people are going to have some issues because we got some really fast guys at the wide receiver spot too. So having a guy like Cannon in the middle really presents some matchup problems and for defenses, and you know, and maybe the best thing about that kid is just the intensity that he plays with on the field. He makes a lot of plays for us. He's a heck of an athlete, but he also plays the game the right way, and so that's a good guy to have on your team.
Well, good luck as you get ready to open camp, and then get started really early with some tough opponents.
Right on. We're ready to roll. Thanks.